Hello, everybody. This is Kyrix with more This Week in Kyrix. Today is the week of Wednesday, November 1st, 2017. Although I am once again recording this on Thursday, I am seriously considering shifting up my format again and moving it from Wednesday to Thursday just because more shit happens now. Because when I did this before, I used to play Clicks on Tuesday, so all my shit happened on Tuesday. Now that is changed. We'll see what happens at the end of the year, start of the year. For those who are watching this, all none of you, who are tired of just watching the blank screen will definitely end unequivocally at the end of the year. Because either I will have salvaged my old hard drive and resumed my old Stardew Valley playthrough, or the new year will start and I will start a Death Road to Canada playthroughs. Speaking of zombies, I have been playing the shit out of Resident Evil 6 in my spare time, which is really funny because I've had this game since it was new. Like, new. Like, I bought it in Walmart for full price, new. Because it had just come out a month or two ago, back in December. And, yeah, how long ago was that? Let me look. Because I remember bringing this to my friend's Christmas party. That's how new this was. He was still throwing those. Fuck, 2012? Jesus, 5 years. I thought I had this thing for 3. I've had this thing for like 5, 6 years. Well, not 6, but 4 or 5 years, easy. And I have never beaten it. Which is really funny, because now that I've beaten Leon's campaign... I beat Leon's campaign, by the way. Shh, spoilers. Yeah, seriously. Me and Anubis played through Leon's campaign a lot, and I never realized how fucking close we came to beating Leon's campaign. We were right there, and we never finished it. Which kind of pisses me off now that I think about it, because this is before we were recording. This is just us recreationally playing 6 together. But yeah, I've beaten Leon's campaign. I've gotten to like Chapter 3 of Chris and Chapter 2 of Ada. He and I got through a couple chapters of Sherry's campaign. But not this time around, because I haven't been playing it yet. I'm trying to beat the game, get all the emblems, that kind of shit. I'm kind of pushing towards eventually getting around to doing my Resident Evil 6 Let's Play again. I just gotta find a partner for it is all. Part of me wants to do this, which is really stupid given how many people I'd have to do this with. But I would love to get a group of 3 other people together who all have this game, all have a PlayStation 3, and all have a decent internet connection with the internet and all that. I would love to get this thing so that we're each playing our own PlayStations and not just doing a split screen on mine, because apparently in those areas where you have crossover, like when Leon and Helena fight this monster with Sherry and Jake, you can have 4 players at the same time. You know, I would kind of love to do that. But the mechanics of it are just mind-boggling. To really pull that off, I would have to have my lottery dream happen, where I have enough money to just pay people and just have this huge house that just exists for recording, or an office that exists for recording, and just get everybody on hand with our systems and our computers and all that shit and just make it happen. As it is, I'm lucky if I get 2 people. And even though I could do this one player, and there are advantages to it, like having a partner who's utterly invincible, for example, I do not see myself doing that simply because I want to do all the emblems, and I want to play the 3 melee characters in Ada. Meaning, I play Leon, I play Chris, I play Sherry. There is one emblem that I know of right off the bat that only Chris's partner can get, because Chris just doesn't have the right weapons or the right angle to get this thing. So I would either have to play through the level again to show off that emblem, or play as the partner character for that, and I don't want to do that. So basically what we're looking at is, I need a partner to play with. We need to play through each level once as a practice, and then again as the actual recording. And I kind of figured out how I finally want to chop this up, because I noticed that when you look in the collectibles and you show the cutscenes are on a timeline, a literal timeline saying, hey, this one happens here, this one happens here, this one happens here. And I can just assemble it based on the cutscenes. Like, oh, rather than do this as 5 parts of Leon, we'll do this as like 25 parts of Leon, because Leon has 4 to 5 parts of each of his missions, you know? And I will just chop them up like, oh, here's Leon in this part, here's Leon in this part, here's Leon in this part. And they will play... We're looking at two... what are they called? 2 playlists for this. One of the playlist in play order, like, oh, here's Leon, here's Chris, here's Jake, Sherry, here's Ada. And then here's it in chronological order. This level happened first, this level happened next. Yeah, you know. And I kind of want to do that. Because that was always the plan, but it was originally going to be, oh, here's Leon Chapter 1. Oh, here's Chris Chapter 4. You know, that kind of thing. So, let's bring myself to the exciting news. The Pied Piper of Pokemon has hung up his flute. I am done getting those fucking Pikachu. I've got the full set of 6 for myself, plus the Sea Crystal. I've got 4 full sets of 6, and 2 sets of 5. One's missing Kanto, because Anubis already had Kanto. And one's missing Alola, because my friend downloaded Alola. And the other 4 are just Kanto through Alola. Plus, I've got an extra Unova, or a couple extra Unova and 1 extra Alola. You know. But I got the full sets that I was contracted for. God, I wish I was selling these things. Shit, even at $1 a rat, we're still talking... Fuck, 24... We're still talking $34 at $1 a rat. That may sound like chump change to you. To me, that's literally half the money I have for me a month. I'd kill for that kind of money, but I'm not... I never charged for this before. That was never part of the thing, so I'm not going to say, hey, you owe me $1 a mouse, because then it's like, oh, well, then I just want this one. You know? Plus, that's a real dick move on my part. But it's done, and I'm finally leveling Pokemon again, and I'm closer to finishing the design for my my doubles team, because I've been talking about I want to build my doubles team. And my doubles team so far has taken shape around Sunshine. I'm going to have Primal Groudon as the primary mover of Sunshine. I'm going to have a Cherim backing him up. I'm going to have a Solar Power Heliolisk. I'm going to have a... sorry about that. Exeggutor, an Alolan one. And that's 4 of the 6 right there. I haven't decided what else. But I'm so excited, because apparently Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are bringing back the whole catch all the legendaries bullshit from Orath, from Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. And I'm so excited because I own both games, or at least I will in 15 more days. God, just over 2 weeks. In 15 more days, I'll own both games. So that's cool. And I will be able to get... And when I say all the legendaries, I mean all the legendaries. Like, I was gonna rent Alpha Sapphire to get, like, oh, I need Kyogre, and I need Dialga and Palkia and all this, but apparently I don't need those this way. And if it's like, oh, you need to have this Pokemon in your party to do this thing, well then, fuck it, I've got that Pokemon in my party to do that thing. Because the whole reason I had trouble setting up my Omega Ruby playthrough to get all the legendaries is because I transferred them all to Pokemon Bank. So it's like, oh, well, to get Palkia, you need fucking Zekrom, and you need... Or to get Kyurem, you need Palkia and Dialga. Or you need Zekrom and Reshiram, or... Yeah, Zekrom and Reshiram. Well, fuck it, I'll just pull them out Pokemon Bank, get Kyurem, and go from there. And the best part is, I'll be able to have multiple Kyurems. So I'll have, hopefully, 3 Kyurems at some point. Because I'll have one that's just Kyurem, I'll have a Reshiram Kyurem, and I'll have a Zekrom Kyurem. Because that's how I roll, you know? But I'm real excited about that. It kind of gives me hope that we might see some more releases of the Mythicals. Not that I need too many, but I mean, I could use a new Mew, because I don't have one. I have a shiny hacked Mew, and that doesn't count. So I could definitely use a Mew of my very own. I could use a Jirachi, because I kind of botched mine. I need Hoopas. I need lots of Hoopas. I need at least 2 Hoopas. One for Hoopa Unbound. I need a Volcanion. I desperately need a Diancie. Matter of fact, I want 2 Diancies, one for Diancie, one for Mega. You know? And that pretty much covers it, I think, as far as the Mythicals go. I think I'm covered on everything else where I've got what I want, how I want kind of thing. I mean, unless we get a legit Victory Star Victini, in which case I want a Victini as well. I mean, I have one, but I suspect it's hacked. You know, it probably is, let's be honest, but it's not like it's really easy or possibly legal for an American to have a Victory Star Victini anyway. And I do have multiple, legit Victinis. But yeah, I think it's just, it's just those that I'm missing, because I can get Deoxys legitimately in Oras, so that's not a big deal. And yeah, all the Diamond, Pearl, Platinum shit I have already, so yeah, it's not that bad for the Mythicals. And apparently the Move Tutor's back, so all the ones that I have that are ready, like I have, the birds, I've got Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres. Those I'll be able to give them the Move Tutors to give them the moves they want. Likewise, the Reggies, because I have 4 Reggies. I have all 4 Reggies. Problem is, I transferred them before I used the Move Tutor on them, so it's just a case of get the Move Tutor ready, and I've got my fucking Reggie squad. So yeah, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon could be the game where I finally get caught up with my legendaries as well. And the funny thing is, this is one of those cases where I definitely have doubles of something that aren't like my Mega Charizards or my Mega Mewtwo's, because I've got Mewtwo X, Mewtwo Y, Charizard X, Charizard Y. Because I have my Dry Skin Rain Dance, what's it called, a Heliolisk, and now I'm going to have my Solar Power Heliolisk, which is just so cool. I love my Solar Power build, and I haven't even finished it yet. But, yeah, that's what my week's been like. There is no clicks this week. I was actually all good to go yesterday, but we had 6 people cancel out of the total group, so we just canceled it till next week, so that's no big deal. Tomorrow I will be special ordering my Klingon Drovana, so I can get Admiral Gowron, which is the only thing I need for that build. I've actually been tweaking the build left and right, trying to get this thing or that thing in place, and it's decent enough, I mean, there's some good shit in there. I just, every now and then, I'll turn around and I'm like, ooh, I like this better. Oh, I like this. This is cool. This is cool. Like, I've swapped the crew 6 different times. I've changed the weapons around. It's no big deal. I mean, I've got until the 17th, ironically, to get this build just perfect. And I even have a special thing in there where I have a 3-point thing that I can add or remove to my Cardassian ship, because this is a tournament that allows us to have multiple resources. And I have one resource chosen, but I want to see if I can double up on it, because if I can, I'm going to do that. Because it's a really good resource, and it would benefit either of 2 of the 3 ships that I'm playing. So that's fun. But I've been having a lot of success in Star Trek lately. I'm kind of pleased, even though I'll admit part of the reason is because a lot of the good players who started playing when I got back into it haven't been showing up. Either they've quit altogether or they just haven't been coming. So I've had... It's like what happened with HeroClix. When I started HeroClix, I sucked. And then... This is back when I played at Emerald City. And then all of the really top-tier players moved to Gamers Galaxy, which was a store that my friend started, which then became Gateway Games and then went out of business because they didn't cater to their card players. They kind of made card players feel like shit for playing cards instead of minis, and you can't build a business model on that. You really can't. Card players Yeah, Warhammer players are, the better crowd, and you make a lot of money off a Warhammer player per purchase. But Warhammer players don't buy shit, and card players do. And that's where your fucking money comes from. It's just, you can't fucking build a business off of that. And I even told them that, but they didn't listen, and look what happened. But anyway, once all the pro Clicks players left, that left this huge power vacuum where people like me could find themselves and just become really good. I would not be the player I am today if that break had never happened. I just would have been stuck in the fucking doldrums. It would have taken me years to get where I am. Years more. I'd still be struggling in the mid card, as it were. But no, when they left, I had a chance to grow, and grow I did into a fucking nightmare. And that seems to be what's happening in Star Trek, where I'm not consistently, but enough that I can honestly say it's not just luck anymore. I'm either winning or coming in second and third in these tournaments. So I'm finding my place in Star Trek. Part of it is the Klingons, which is funny because I started out as a Dominion player, but I've got a Klingon build that I really fucking like, especially once I get the Drovana. I'll have my final build where I don't need to fuck with this thing at all. I have my Klingon build. It doesn't require any resources. It requires a whole bunch of cards that are all currently legal anyway. And I really like this build. And they've made fun of me of it, but I'm like, dude, look on the bright side. It's not a broken build. It's a good build, but it's not a broken build. They're like, yeah, that's true. Because a lot of people will run these fucking broken-ass Riemann Warbird, generic scimitar builds where they'll run like 5 of them. And there's not much you can do, or they'll run like 6 Romulan ships that are all loaded with cloaked mines. That kind of stupid shit. No, I run a good Klingon ship that's really hard to take down. Because it's got all the benefits of a bird of prey, in that it's got heavy mobility, good damage, and all this fun Klingon shit. But it's also got a hull, so it can take a beating, Yeah, I pretty much attained the final build of this ship. Until there's another really good Klingon ship that comes out. And there's actually one I have to buy out of the new ship, too. But we'll get to that at a later date. Plus, there's the new rules coming out where we could very well see print and play become a thing. Or heavy errata, like, yeah, I know Gowron's supposed to cost 3 points, but he costs 2 now. Or, yeah, that ship that you're paying 28 for, the new cost is 22, so get 6 points back, kind of thing. Because they've been releasing new versions of ships that cost like 8 points less. And that doesn't sound that strange until you realize that every single Galaxy-class ship costs the same as every other one. With the exception of a couple of the named ones. Like, oh, this is a Simulation Target Prime. It's part Borg, so add another 2 points on top of that kind of thing. But, like, every Klingon Bird of Prey, well, Burrell-class Bird of Prey, costs the same as every other one except for the Borg one. Every friggin' Vorcha class costs the same as every other Vorcha class. Every Romulan Warbird costs the same as every other Romulan Warbird. Well, now there's a Klingon Raptor that costs like 6 points less than the original one. So costs are getting taken down. Weapons are being heavily modified, kind of thing. So we have to see how the erratas come out. Because WizKids is really going through a change with these. But anyway, we'll call it there. See you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.